Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to Dr. Faiz. I am the first presenter for this group. My name is Siti Nur Izzah binti Anwar. So, the topic that we will discuss today is about the issues and challenges of political appointment in Malaysia public service. So, what is the purpose of this study? The purpose of this study is to examine the common issues and challenges of political appointment in Malaysia public service. According to Mokgeta 2018, political appointment can be defined as any employees that has been appointed by the president or minister. The political appointees majorly exist in every country with any forms of governance system applied. Generally, political appointments are aimed to advance the president's political agenda by giving him complete authority over the administrations. According to Farzman, generally, for the political democratic, the political appointees will bring the new ideas and opinion to the government from the local government, state, private sector and university. However, to ensure the political appointees implement the policy, the experienced and qualified career executive need to help and assist them. So, who is career executive? The career executive are necessary in ensuring the political appointees' employees' success that they work with. In fact, the career executive serve every administrations competently and transparently without having any favoritism towards their political belief. According to Berman, they also serve as a link between the government workforce and political appointees in the institutions, agency, and department. So now, what is new public management? New public management can be defined as a new managerial approach that was established to replace the old model of public administration system. NPM also aim to improve the public service quality, governmental operation efficiency, and ensure the effectiveness of policy implementation. So, does the new public management relate to the political appointees? According to Owen Haggis, there is an unavoidable conflict between public accountability and political control. The public service might have managerial freedom, but there are some restrictions and limitations put by the government. The governments can control activities that can easily have political interest regardless of the type of the organizations. Hence, I can conclude here that political appointees will help the ministries to strengthen the political control in the public service administrative system according to the personnel and political interests. This is how new public management are related to the political appointees.
I am Nafratin Hanista and I will be explaining on the political appointee in developed country, which is Japan. We choose Japan because we think that Japan is the most suitable country as it shares many common aspects such as culture and society among Asian countries. The prolonged practice of amakudari in the Japan administration also makes administrative reform was difficult to be carried out. Amakudari is a reappointment of political appointees by the bureaucrat, usually their close acquaintance or using seniority to gain other position after the termination of their current government service. The ex-political appointee will be assigned either to the private profitable organization or will be assigned into the cabinet after their termination of government service. They are known as the elite member among the Japanese people. The political appointment controversy does not end with amakudari. According to the Japanese people, the screening and selection system to political appointment is unfair and biased. For example, the applicants who graduate from Tokyo Imperial University are likely easy to be passed and appointed as government administrator compared to another applicant. During Koizumi region in 2008, revision of law has been made. The Koizumi region has brought changes by making the political appointment examination as a merit system. Previously, the examination system in Japan contained the element of bias and unfairness, whereby the former political appointee can use their connection to hire their relative or their acquaintance. Therefore, the revision of law made aims to strengthen the political leadership by widening the political appointment framework, such as rearranging the national strategic staff and to promote public and private service exchange. The implementation of merit system in political appointment in Japan is run, whereby the applicant will have to sit for various types of examination. The Japan government has established the National Public Service Act to stipulate the principle of a merit system in the political appointment. The National Public Service Act is responsible to carry out the requirement examination of national public employees and clarify the successful applicant for the minister to choose the appointees. The type of examination that shall be set by the applicant include multiple choices tests, essay and written tests, interview tests, group discussion, and many more. According to Masuka, there are 22 types of requirement examination for political appointee in Japan, and the examination process will carry out 25 times. By using the implementation of merit system based on examination for political appointment, the process of appointment can be carried out without containing any element of favoritism. Furthermore, the merit system based on examination provide assurance that appointments are made transparently and fair, because there is no intervention from the bureaucrat. Moreover, this merit system appointment also makes Japan's administrative system fair and can be trusted by the people. A merit system based on examination can help appointers to identify the level of ability and capability of the applicant in various fields and skills. In conclusion, through a delicate screening process during the political appointment carried out by the National Public Service Act in Japan has shown a very good political appointment that shall be emulated by the developing countries.
My name is Fatin Najwa binti Nur Azmi. Today I would like to present about the political appointees at Malaysia. So Malaysia is one of the countries that still does not have a public service act. So this is because since the beginning of the country achieved independence, political influence in administrative and management affairs has become common. So in fact, the Malaysian government under Tun Dr. Mahathir bin Mohamad, when he became the seventh Prime Minister, tried to create a public service act, but the matter was not successfully presented in Parliament. So in fact, according to politics or even a political control is a form of ensuring that the behavior or actions of bureaucrats are equal to the interests of the public. So, for the benefit of political appointment in public sector, so Malaysia can avoid being influenced by politics. But at the same time, political appointments are good when a viewer from a positive perspective. Actual political appointment should not be used for personal benefit. In fact, political appointments are meant to enable government policy to be implemented and ensure that they are for the benefit of the people. In fact, government policy are the basis for civil servants, and ministers must also believe, display and practice meritocracy value. At the same time, creating a clean government, racial diversity, inclusive development, and economic growth. In addition, the benefit of political appointment in the public sector are exception to those who hold a political position or contract. So this is because according to Article 132 of the Federal Constitution, a civil servant, which is armed force, judiciary, and legal service, civil service, and education service, has guarantees in terms of resignation. Although the government may change, but the employment of the civil servant will be guaranteed and continue to enjoy the regular income. So this is also stated in Article 135 when they have specific procedure for unfair dismissal or demotion. In addition, they are also entitled to a fair trial based on the law if involved disciplinary procedure. So furthermore, according to Hasnan in 2019, the next benefit in that those appointed to this political appointment have a certain expertise and have gone through several phases to determine whether they are qualified or not. So at the same time, it can help achieve the goal set by the government. For example, the political appointment in farmer organization where this appointment is transformation by the Ministry of Agriculture and Agro-based industry.
There are many issues regarding political appointment in Malaysia public sector. One of them is that the decision made may not benefit the nation but incline to the interests of political parties or political appointees themselves, as seen in the case where Datuk Sri Tajuddin Abdul Rahman demanded the termination of contractors of Latitude 8, a development project at Dangwangi LRT station. Controversy arose when the project was rumoured to be terminated and the contractor, which is Intan Sekitar Sendirian Berhad, will be compensated 80 million ringgit. These rumours raise question whether it has personal intent behind it because Tajuddin family owns some stakes in Intan Sekitar Sendirian Berhad. Another issue regarding political appointment in Malaysia public sector is whether the appointment may enhance the performance of the company or may even worsen it. This can be seen in the case of Dato' Ahmad Nazan Idris, the chairman of Malaysian Rubber Board. One of the symptoms showing political appointment issue in Malaysia public sector is the dissatisfaction of the citizens of Malaysia. In recent cases, citizens are dissatisfied with Datuk Sri Tajuddin Abdul Rahman, the chairman of Prasarana Berhad, regarding Kelana Jaya LRT accident on 24th May 2021. To address the situation, he conducted a press conference, but it became controversial due to his rude remarks and lack of professionalism throughout the conference. Most of his responses were very irresponsible and unprofessional, proving how insensitive he is towards the tragic incident. The situation clearly demonstrated to us the incompetence of a political appointee who seems to have no idea of what a crisis management is when he is chairing a company handling public transportation. Consequently, a petition calling for his resignation circulated online, and he was terminated from his position by the Ministry of Finance the very next day. Another symptom of political appointment issue in Malaysia public sector is the credibility of political appointees are questioned by people. There are many causes of political appointment issues in Malaysia public sector, and one of them is the basis of criteria for political appointees. Datuk Sri Taqiyuddin Hassan, the Minister in Prime Minister's Department, was quoted by Malaysia Kini as saying that 8 out of 9 members of Parliament for past political party who were not appointed as ministers or deputy ministers will be appointed to head GLCs. He then clarified that they are more than qualified to run GLCs simply because they are members of parliaments. This is a very controversial and disturbing statement, as it clearly shows that the appointment is merely a political reward based on their position as member of parliament with no regard for their skills or capability. Another causes of political appointment issue in Malaysia public sector include the conflict of interest of political appointees, and also the political appointment is used as a tool of retribution against political enemies.
My name is Maslina Suha binti Muhammad Jasni, and I'll be explaining on how to overcoming the obstacle of the political appointment. Firstly, there should be a reduction in the total number of the political appointments. The secretary, deputy secretary, and their special assistant ought to be sole political appointees in each agency. The Prime Minister must be able to appoint the members of his cabinet as well as the leader of the other independent government institution. Such competence is enshrined in the Constitution. Department and agency head must include the deputies selected by the Prime Minister, since they have tremendous responsibility, extensive span of the control, have time-consuming representative obligation, and cannot devote full time to management of their organization. Next, all the political deputy assistant secretary or comparable post should be eliminated. This job provide a superfluous bureaucratic layer whose sole aim to create employment possibilities for the political appointees. They not only serve no actual management purpose, but they have also generate impact organization efficiency, stifle information and paper flow, and inhibit timely and effective management decision making. In many other situations, these career deputy roles are blatant example of the management's taking and thickness that has been exacerbated the problems. Such career executive jobs should likewise be removed. Many of the present occupants might be ideal for the candidate of the posts that are being professionalized. As in conclusion, in Malaysia's public sector, there are several concerns with the political appointment. One of them is that the judgment taken may not serve the nation but more concerned with the interests of their political party or themselves. Previously, political appointees in GLC, GLIC, and the statutory organisation were frequently involved in incidents of corruption, cronyism, and nepotism. Another concern with the political appointment in Malaysia's public sector is that the appointment may not improve the agency efficiency. The major aim of the political appointment is to carry out the government plans, although they may not necessarily increase the agency performance, and they may worsen if the execution is carried out incorrectly. The competency of the political appointees may have also an impact on the performance. Finally, the administration must deal with the political appointees whether they are retained, let go or replaced. Political appointees are people who are appointed to a position by the Prime Minister or the Minister of Malaysia to lead or become member of the government agency, board or organisation. In most situations, when there are change of the administration, political appointees must retire in order to maintain the democratic ideals. Thank you, and that's all for our group.